You know, we all grow up hearing that the Earth orbits the Sun. It's just one of those ideas we accept without really thinking about it. But what happens when we slow down long enough to ask a different question? What does the Bible actually say about the Earth's movement?
Well, that's the exact question this book explores.
And once you start looking at the verses themselves, a very different picture begins to emerge. So let's walk through the main themes.
First, this book highlights the idea of a totally stable, unmoving Earth, one that isn't described as drifting or spinning or racing through space, but instead as fixed, established, and set in place.
And Scripture uses this kind of language repeatedly. Verse after verse describes the world as firm, steady, and unable to be moved.
And this isn't presented as some kind of metaphor, it's presented as a foundational truth.
This book builds on this theme by looking at the Earth's actual structure. You see language about foundations, pillars, and supports, imagery that suggests something solid, something anchored, something intentionally designed to stay put. So, if the Earth is fixed, then the next question naturally follows. What about the Sun? And this is where things get even more interesting.
The focus shifts to the sun's motion. Scripture describes the sun rising, setting, and running its daily course across the sky. The motion belongs to the sun, not the earth.
So when you place these themes side by side, the contrast becomes unmistakable. A stable Earth and a moving sun.
And we're not just talking about a few verses. This book gathers more than 200 of them together.
And when you see them all together, a cohesive picture begins to form. Not just a scattered set of poetic lines, but a consistent pattern woven throughout the entire biblical narrative.
This book argues that these passages form a unified model of the cosmos, one where the Earth is fixed, steady, and central. And that leads to a much bigger question. How do we read these ancient texts?
Do we take them literally, as they are written, or do we treat them as symbolic, reshaping them to fit what we already believe?
Your answer has ripple effects. This isn't just about astronomy. It's about how you approach Scripture as a whole. Do you adjust Scripture to match modern ideas, or do you let Scripture shape your understanding of the world?
And that brings us to the final thought. How should we engage with ancient descriptions of the Earth today?
If you want to explore all 200+ verses for yourself and see the full picture without filters or assumptions, this book gathers the entire collection in one place.
You can find it on Amazon. Just search for 200 Bible verses proving a flat, stationary Earth.
Read the verses. Compare them. See what Scripture actually says. It might change more than you expect.
This book is available now on Amazon. Search for the title, 200 Bible Verses Proving a Flat, Stationary Earth.
Hey, don't leave me on the shelf. Take me home. I promise I don't bite. I just teach.